Hello everyone, Sensei the Tomb. Welcome to another FiberCraft episode. So, off camera, I pretty much got some netherite, which I was really happy about, so that means we can do quite a bit with that down the direction that I haven't been able to reach before. So I got, I think it was about 16ish, I think, so then obviously that to scrap, which you can actually use, make dust beforehand using a triturator. So did that, got double of it, used the 16 to make the 4 ingots after using the scrap, because you still have to go down the scrap sort of direction, and then obviously the 4 ingots. Then made a mining tool because it just seemed to make the most sense for doing that for, like, you know, multiple things you can harvest. So obviously pick, I think it's axe, maybe shovel, probably, sort of thing. So like a paxel or some other type of multi-tool type of thing there. So that was useful. Oops. And obviously I've used quite a bit. I got a ton of Metite, which is really cool. I hadn't found, obviously, an asteroid or meteor until a bit ago, which I've got, obviously, the, where is it? One of them over there. Where is it? There's one of them over there, the A1 over there, which is like 500-ish meters away. And I'll just show the screenshot. So that's what obviously it looked like when you've found some Metite in the center of it. And this is what it looks like where it's empty now. So yeah, quite a fair amount of space. I tried to make sure that I didn't break any of the actual stone at all that makes up the meteor. I only tried to break up the Metite ore inside, and that's obviously how much I got. Almost an entire hotbar's full, which is quite cool. So there is that. I've also cleaned up a bit down here as well. I've just left these machines and just cleaned up all the chests. Don't know what I want to do with them at all. I've also removed all the cabling down here as well. I really don't know what to do with the basic machines because they're still probably useful. It's just most of the other tiers are capable enough to do things more. So unless I'm probably want to smelt more fish, I can't think of much else I want to do with them, or certain other recipes. So yeah, once we've gotten our clusters though, we can only smelt them into ingot nuggets, I'm pretty sure, or we can use tiny dust, which I think gets us to that, which tiny dust is the equivalent of a nugget anyway, so it's basically like getting 3 nuggets worth. We're not going to get an ingot until much later, or we're only get dust at this point, but we did get a lot, so I'm hoping that with the 510 we have here, we can do quite a bit with it, but I have no idea. So we'll just get all this out here. And what do we want to do with it? The smelting, which we don't want, and then we want triturating, which is for the tiny dust, correct? Yes. Then regular dust. Yeah, actually, this thing is tiny dust, and then nuggets, then ingots, correct? Do we want to do? Or do we want to do the dust way, which I think is technically just putting it back to what it would be before, but then using quite a bit for it. I mean, that's just something you can break down anyways, so let's remove our cluster. What? Doesn't seem right. What? Oh, meteor. Okay, so if you find the meteor one, then it's weaker, or not gonna yield as much. What's the asteroid? Okay. Well, let me go and search for it. There's, which is it? Hang on, I have to turn night mode off. Yeah, okay, so I found the meteor one, I didn't find the asteroid one, so there is only meteor mostly for this, so yeah. So there is the 2, and asteroid is pretty much the case for all the others, and I don't know if that means it being that you find any of these on an asteroid, and you eventually just come across these when in... that's the thing, is I don't even know if there's space or there's anything else at all, for the most part, because I've not used the mod before. So we'll just break these down into tiny dust for now, just to give us something at least, a bit over what we would normally have with nuggets. Just wait for that. That's the thing, is I'm going to be doing a lot of that. So let's see, tiny dust. I think I'm gonna, smelting it turns it to a nugget, which is fine, but then using 9 of these to get that reduces our possibilities, but then eventually we have to put it into ingots eventually anyway, so I don't know if that's really a bad idea or not. Convert that back into ingots, we can convert it to as well. Tool-wise, it's alright, nothing better than diamond, and if I remember from when I was trying to review this at some point, which I hadn't eventually got to, I was unable to at the time, the Metite tools are not great, or at least if I count maybe, I guess, the harvesting, the harvest scythes mod, I think, whatever its durability was there. It was alright, but nothing amazing. Now plates we can use for those, which again, I could upgrade, but technically that's already better. I think, is that the highest level? That's the highest level, really. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Wrong cable mod. Yeah, cable icon. Really? Advanced? Diamond? Oh, well, I'm definitely gonna go with Tech Reborns, that's why I'm glad I went with it, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm glad I went with it. What else was there we could use this for? Ingots. What else was there? The steel is also what we can use it for, which is a better upgrade. For tools, of course, but we can also use it for a ton of different things with its plates, which is upgrading its machines as well. Battery, circuit, what else was there? There's the upgrade kit apparently, which I have no idea. Is there upgrade kits now? Oh wow, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, okay. As that compared to the actual machines though, we'll just go more Triturator, and compared to that, it's basically the same thing, just without the blast furnace or grindstone or something. Not bad. Makes sense for a recipe. Now we need the steel. That's already done. Okay, this is going to be an interesting situation. How do I want to do this? I'll get a chest for one. I'll work it out eventually. Actually, I might just go regular with that. The thing is, I don't know what to do with the expanded storage chests anymore now. I have absolutely no idea. You're just there, so I'll just move you out to there now, can we? Cool. And I'll get a hopper as well, like I did with my fish, just to put a ton of them in there. So here we go. That can keep up, right? I think it should. Let's see. Now we need to look steel, and what was it? This plates. What else was there? And the rocket parts, like so. So we need, obviously, if we check the rocket, we need 2 elite circuits, which is quite a lot to work with. We can already make advanced pretty easily, but we just need the elite now from that point. And then from there, you need what? 2 rocket fin hulls. So there's that. You need a fuel tank, which is okay. Oh, primitive. Okay, that's easy. I was gonna say, it's like if it's multiple of these, and you know you're going on multiple meteorites at that point, then we need a rocket plating, which is technically easy. That's probably the easiest part, actually. The rocket booster is that. So technically just need to make enough meteoric steel, and then we'll be good. So yeah, we'll just chuck all this in for the most part, and that should be good. In the meantime, though, since that's just for Astromine, that's not for anything else, we'll go down the expansion of the drill. We've already seen what this is like. We already know it's a stone pickaxe equivalent. We'll do this. What else is there? I'm missing Nikolite ingots, which I got a ton more Nikolite, so that's good. And from the same area that I usually go to get it, off in a jungle somewhere over there-ish. So we'll just get some of this. We need a solid infuser. And we'll just wait for that. This is finished, yep. Oh jeez, we got more snow, do we? I don't need you right now, go away. Who's bothering me? I really need to work something out for that. I mean, the amount of power coming from the windmills is some, but it's not going to be enough to keep the other powered. Let's see, so you're just... why are you like that? That doesn't make sense. Why are you in that state? I'm very confused. Why? It is very strange. But yeah, so what are we going to do next then? Because it's been a while since I'm considered doing this. So synthetic oil we were using to make rubber, or we can use it as fuel, but I'm not going to do that. So rubber sheets, we then need wires to make cables, okay. More analog circuit boards, more conveyors and motors and stuff, which is a ton of things. Alright, so we need to work out steel in a multitude of ways compared to just upgrading the machines over there if I wanted to. So, right, so iron, we get like 2 stacks of it, and then we'll just get coal, which I don't actually have a lot of at all, so that's unfortunate. This is doing all that, so that's technically something I need to now consider, and that's free to go in there. So just break this down. And I'll put this here. I mean, that's not going to help it, but it's something. Right, so you're okay to do this up here. Oop, I already got a fair amount in here anyway, so that's fine. So we'll wait for that to do its thing. We'll just wait for that. Right. Oh, we now got a fair bit of space apparently, because it's just moved a few things out. Alright. Fair enough. We'll go back to the drill and see how much of a difference it is. You shift over to here every time, so I have to keep remembering that. So you know you're just gonna upgrade, which is fine. The one thing I actually did notice is that apparently these actually do work to charge it. So instead of it just being, oh yeah, it only runs off LF, it does, but it actually works in the Tech Reborn, and Astromine doesn't have one, but it does work in the Tech Reborn power storage blocks, so that's interesting. I didn't know that. So yeah, I thought they'd be completely separate, but it seems they do work the same, similar to how other mods and that have it on Forge. So yeah, you never know with some mods where you think it's like some of them will work in some way, crossover. But I guess in that it's just like they're probably the same power API anyways, so it's not really going to make any difference. And there's only a few mods that even have power, or tech mods that do sort of that thing. The Fabric, so I'm not surprised. Anyways, we'll just wait for this to finish charging, and that's doing its thing. You can show, there you go, now you're visibly showing it, as did before.